today I have something very special for you, and I'm very proud. And I dressed up a little bit, with one of my most beloved T-shirts for Mr. Pete Mills. He is the founding member and as a solo project, a one-man band from the Sweet Kill. And I'm going to read a little bit what he puts in his, Spotify biography. The Sweet Kill is a one-man post-punk, dark and gothic diviner of Millenniarien Angst. Angst, ja, das ist ein deutsches Wort, this is a German word. Driven by cold synths, atmospheric guitar, minimal drums, melodic bass, multi-instrumentalist and velvety crooning baritone, Pete Mills conducts a cinematic Darkwave masterpiece of romantic sorrow echoing the laments of a Cure and Joy Division. So, yeah, and he answered my profile questions, my Steckbrief questions. The only gripe I have with Mr. Mills is he made very short, he answers them back on back. And so I kind of have to be very, so if I cut a little bit too short, please forgive me. That's my non-existing editing skills, but I'm gonna put in the questions from me before. So I apologize for that. This is not Pete Mills. I mean, it's his fault in a way because he made it very short. He didn't leave me space to cut in the questions, but don't take it the wrong way. I'm very, very happy he's here on my channel. He's a great artist. I played him in my Shellshocked Radio show very often, and also I put him in my Spotify playlist because this is the music I love to promote. I love to hear more. So thank you for responding. And I start with the first question, and this is, of course, can you please introduce yourself and tell the audience what kind of music you do?
My name is Pete Mills, and I started the band The Sweet Kill. I think it's Darkwave. I also think it's a little post-punk, but unequivocally it is definitely dark and gothic.
Your artist name, how did you come up with this, and what's the inspiration behind it?
I came up with the name The Sweet Kill to bring into conversation the duality between the light and the dark within everyone's soul, within everyone's psyche, within everyone in general. I wanted to bring to light how I can feel a tremendous amount of surge towards the negative and at the same time feel empathetically loving to whomever, however, whenever, and how the balance between the two is sort of the struggle and conflict and challenge of living life on this plane.
Which bands and artists are your inspiration?
My number one inspirations for The Sweet Kill would be definitely The Cure and Joy Division. These are the classic predecessors, forefathers of the genre that I reside in. And I feel a tremendous amount of inspiration from their forging forth on this path, their willingness to experiment, to constantly challenge themselves artistically. And I'm mainly talking about the longevity of The Cure. Joy Division was such a powerful espresso shot of darkness that it was so intense that it ran its course, unfortunately, with the demise of the singer. However, the evolution of, say, The Cure has been very inspirational for me, as well as Depeche Mode, The Smiths, and the classics, essentially.
How did you start your music? Was there any inspirational occurrence, something what kind of made you pick up making music?
In general, how I started music was listening and looking and searching for something. It was a constant search. I would take the radio and put it under my pillow at night, pretending to go to sleep, and scrolling through the dial, trying to find something that I gravitated towards. And when I found what I was looking for, there was no denying it. For me, it was just being a fan of music for the beginning stages of my life, to a point when I started to play it, I just knew that that's what I wanted to do. There was no college, post-secondary education, university idea anymore that was even a conversation or an option. I just wanted to continue doing music, playing it. And then I eventually started recording it. And then I eventually started to become good at constructing it from start to finish in the realm of engineering, mixing, programming, and mastering.
Which current bands and artists do you listening to? Any recommendations?
Mastering. Currently, I'm listening to Twin Tribes, Actors. I grew up in Vancouver, Canada, and my friend Jason fronts the Actors and created that band, and we've been playing shows back in the day together, and it's interesting how both of us evolved into this similar genre. So I do listen to his music a lot, find it very inspirational. I also started this dark and gothic playlist, which not only has the classics in it, but it has a lot of newer bands on the genre that I'm grateful to have the experience and the ability to connect with all over the world, Darkwave, dark and gothic, and post-punk bands. We are playing our...
Can we see you live in the upcoming year?
Bands. We are playing our first set of shows beginning in May this year, 2024, at our most favorite club to play in LA, which is Club Bar Sinister, which is in the heart of Hollywood. And then we're also playing some other shows coming up and hope to be doing some touring as well. But in the meantime, what we're really focusing on is finishing the album entitled Nowhere, which will be coming out just before our show at Bar Sinister. I would love to share...
With whom would you like to share the stage, dead or alive, when if you could freely choose, who would it be?
Sinister. I would love to share the stage with Nine Inch Nails. I always find that underneath it all, they're one of my core influences. And I think one of the reasons is because Trent pretty much does everything. And I came to fall into that, having been in bands for so many years over the course of my life. And I find that there's a sanctity, inner sanctum of being alone in a process of discovering within the depths of my soul what it is that I want to say and how I want to say it. That being said, I do have a lot of assistance with the guiding of the project through additional production of my girlfriend, Ellen Hawk, who's very integral in discerning what is on the right path and what isn't, let's say. So when I'm in the minings of my soul, trying to find something I want to say and how I want to say it, I may come out the gate going in this direction and she may redirect it to go that way. And that's a very key component to keeping things on the focus of where dark and gothic genre is. My most memorable...
Do you have any funny stories from playing, from on the road, playing live on stage? Any funny mishaps you want to share with the audience?
My most memorable occurrence would probably be the last Bar Sinister show we played. We had a bunch of encores. The crowd was absolutely enthralled. We were out in the audience towards the end of it. It was amazing. It was a really kind of connective experience. There is one kind of iconic moment I had while I was in another band where we were pretty much a punk bar band playing in our hometown, and next thing you know, we were on a stadium tour with Motley Crue, which was supposed to last about 3 months, but we made it halfway through before we were kicked off. So there's always that sort of oddity, unique occurrence that happened that is very memorable, kind of sad at the same time, because who wouldn't want to complete a 3-month tour? But at the same time, the fact that we were kicked off of that tour always is a conversation starter for sure. But again, that was a while ago. What I'm most excited and it sticks in my soul is our last show at Bar Sinister. So our next show is at Bar Sinister. So it's kind of a nice, completing this album is a nice sort of sandwich between shows. It's really hard to, it's not hard, it's challenging to be able to prepare for a live show and then at the same time being in the process of finishing the songs that we're going to be playing live. So I made a decision to just focus on the completion. So then the cherry on top is when we actually play live, May 25th at Club Bar Sinister. So far,
what can we expect from you in the year 2024 in regards of musical and video content?
At Club Bar Sinister. So far in 2024, we have done the video Forbidden that started off the year, which is celebrating forests, castles, everything gothic that we love. And we are in the process right now of production of the next single called Queen, which takes place on a very chilly mountaintop with lots of snow. Very excited to reveal that one coming in March. And there may be another video down the line, but at the end of 2023, we always do a video for Halloween. So we did a song called Undead, which is going to be off of the album Nowhere. So all of these singles are all leading up to the release of the album Nowhere, which will be a 12-song endeavor. And I'm very excited to reveal that we will be releasing the vinyl and the CD on Young and Cold Records in Germany, as well as Shadow Zone Records in America. We do all the recording here at Shadow Zone Sound, and I'm so excited to share with you this new album and this new video, Queen. But if you haven't seen the other videos, Undead and Forbidden, please check them out. They're very gothic and very celebratory of all of my influences and all of my passions regarding the beauty of nature in the twilight, in the magic hour, and the darkness of castles. So once again, thank you, Shellshocked Radio, for having me. And I look forward to connecting with all of you this upcoming year. And please download the album Darkness from our Bandcamp if you haven't already, and get ready for the next album Nowhere coming out this May.